Hello everyone, my name is Seb Valentin and I'm glad to be back here for yet another reflection video with you guys. I want to apologize before we get into the video, but I haven't been as active. I'll kind of go into why later in the episode. And honestly, the topic of today's episode has to do with part of the reason why I haven't been as active in making videos and posting. So to spoil what the video is going to be about, we're going to be talking about stress today, and in the reflection that we'll look at, it deals with anxiety and then stress and that sort of thing, and it's very applicable to what I'm currently living, and I'm sure a lot of people can apply it to their lives as well, whether it's stress, anxiety, or both that are affecting you. So we'll jump right in. We actually have our first Bible verse that is going to be from the Gospels, and I did this on purpose because I wanted to start introducing, and spreading the actual gospel more. The word is important to spread, but I think the gospel, and especially in my journey as I've been reading Luke, that it's a beautiful thing that I think everyone should be able to experience, especially on a channel like this. So today we're going to be looking at Matthew chapter 11, verse 28 through 30, and it says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. For I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So we have, a really beautiful verse where we get Jesus just telling us, giving us directions on where to find comfort in life, when we're feeling burdened, when we're weary, when we're weak, we have too much on our minds, we don't know where to go in the storm that we're currently living in. And he just simply says, "Come to me, come to my heart." And that's an invitation to get to know him, to spend time with him, and to realize that he is the way we find peace. He is, starting to break down the verse, he is the key to finding relief in times of stress. He's always offering that break for us. Even when we don't see it, or sometimes we don't want to see it, he has his hand out, and he's always giving us the opportunity to take a break with him and to grow with him in our often busy lives. Because I know some of us work, some of us go to school, and life can get extremely busy and extremely, stressful, and you don't know what to do. But here we have the answer, and that's go to God. Spend 5-10 minutes with God. When we do this, we allow ourselves and our minds to stop focusing so much on the problem and focus more on something that has nothing to do with the problem at all, which might sound counterintuitive. We might think that we have to focus on all our stress and the problem at hand to get through it. We have to power through it. But no, it's by taking a break, taking a step back, looking at the whole playing field and just resting for a minute. Life is not meant to be this sprint. Enjoy life. Life is short, but you should treat it like a marathon. You should try to enjoy every single moment that you can. And you do this by, obviously, I'm not saying be lazy and don't work on things, carry out your vocation and what you're called to do in life, but don't be scared to take breaks. And this is something that I struggle with sometimes. I'll be honest. I struggle to take breaks. I like to do things fast sometimes, and I like to do things to completion, 100%, all in one go, when in reality, it's okay to take a little break here and there and then just recharge and reset. And that's what God wants us to do. And he wants us to do that with him in mind and with him when we go into prayer. You can look at this too from a different perspective. So when you're studying, right? you're not just, say you have there's a lot of content, you know, it's a very dense topic that you're studying that you need to really know a lot for. You're not just going to spend 6 to 8 hours literally just straight up studying. I mean, I know there are people that do that, but that really isn't the most effective way to go about it if you want to retain that in your long-term memory. That isn't the most effective way to actually learn the material. The best way to do that is, yes, to spend time studying, spend maybe an hour studying, and then take a 10-minute, 5-minute break, whatever it may be. You want to do intervals in between. That gives your brain time to rest, time to reset. And in those breaks, it's actually, you know, a perfect time where we can talk to God, go to God, retreat, and find that source of happiness, that source of, there's no stress here, there's no burden, there's no weight that I have to carry when I'm talking to God, and it's me and Him, and we're in each other's presences, and we're getting to grow together. That's one of the most beautiful things, you know, is being able to do that on a daily basis. And if you're not in school, do it during lunch. Do it when you wake up, before you go to bed. You know, like, find that time to pray and to get closer to God. And so that's the first action that I have for you guys, is to schedule into your day to take a break. Take a break. And even if you don't pray sometimes, maybe you go do something else, like a hobby. Like for me, sometimes I'll go play guitar, or I'll read a book or something. That's okay, but just make sure you're fitting time in as well to pray. And the best time to do it is during one of those breaks. So really be cognizant of that and schedule it in. If you're someone who likes to schedule every little part of their day, put that in your scheduling app, wherever that may be. If you're more spontaneous about it, kind of like I am, I realize that, okay, my brain's taking too much right now. I need to take a little bit of a break. And that's when I'll do my Bible study during that time, or I'll say a quick prayer. I'll spend 5 minutes with God and just meditating a bit. That, you know, you have that option when you take multiple breaks a day. So just make sure, you know, you're taking care of yourself when you're facing all this stress and you're going through this hard time. Life isn't just 110% grind all the time. You know, you got to take time to enjoy it and to love life for what it is in the moment. That's all I have for today's video. Just to close out, I want to be a little bit more transparent. I'm starting some pretty specialized training, and it's going to be taking a lot of my time. So my posting frequency might not be the same that it was. I'm going to try to get my videos out, or do the recordings on the videos on a set day and then post them throughout the week. But it still might fluctuate a bit. So I just hope you guys understand that. If you guys enjoy this content and want to see more, I ask that you subscribe and share with your friends and family. I'm going to be praying for you guys, and I ask that you pray for me as well. Have a blessed day.